Hello everyone, how are you all? I greet and welcome you to Yojna IAS. So guys, today we are going to talk about why to take economics as your optional subject. Okay? So first of all, when we talk about optional subject, keeping in mind UPSC, right? So when we talk about optional subject, so we have two papers of optional subject, right? 250 marks each. Paper 6 and paper 7, total is 500 marks. So out of 1750 marks, 500 marks are from the optional subject. Now that makes it indispensable and very important as far as the selection is concerned. So if an individual scores good marks in the optional subject, the chances of qualifying and also scoring high rank becomes quite easy. So thereby optional subject is really an important thing one has to think and opt carefully. Okay, now if we talk about rest of 1250 marks, so the thing is that it has been observed that in the GS subjects the marks awarded are on the aggregate basis, that is people get average marks, not very high marks. Okay, hence importance of optional subject increases further. Moving on, why to take economics as optional? We have got huge variety of optional subjects, so why to go for economics? So see guys, first of all I am going to show you few aspects of taking economics as an optional subject. Okay, how all it can affect you, it can benefit you and can help you to qualify the examination. So we will see all the things, then we will see few myths associated with economics, that why you shouldn't take economics as an optional subject, and then we will evaluate that whether it is good or not to take economics as an optional subject. So if you will take economics as an optional subject, and if we observe the trend, if we see the past year papers of economics, so in your prelims a huge help will be provided to you. Why? Because in prelims Indian economy is asked, and paper 2 of optional is totally based on Indian economy. Fine. So prelims 20 to 25 questions from Indian economy are there. Okay. Second point, 120 marks your GS paper 3, 120 marks directly from the economics section. Then every year you get one essay of 120 marks. For example, poverty. This is the topic of economics. So again it is helping you in pre, it is helping you in GS paper 3, plus one essay is there. Fine. And indirect help in other GS mains paper as well, agriculture sector, if there are something regarding agriculture or industrial sector. So all these sectors come under Indian economy. Hence by going through or opting for economics as an optional subject, you are increasing your chances of selection, because just by going through the subject thoroughly, this subject is going to help you in all other domains as well. Okay, now let's see. There are few other important points, few facts, few figures that I want to present in front of you. Out of 10,000 candidates that write the main examination, on an aggregate nearly 2,000 people take economics, because this subject is prevalent, as I have already shown to you, in the prelims also, GS paper 3, essay, and even in your interview the questions affiliated to economics are asked. Okay. Now there is one myth. This is actually a myth. Individuals think, aspirants think that to take economics as an optional subject, one has to have the background of economics. One should be graduate in economics, or at least should have done 11th and 12th in economics. Now my dear, the thing is that this is totally a hoax, totally a rumor. Why? Because if you look at the past year papers, if you download the syllabus of UPSC economics optional and you compare it with the questions asked in the optional subject, you will find that direct questions are there. So not much of brain mongering you have to do to clear the paper. You can be from any background, whether it is engineering, whether it is humanities or any other for that sake, science. It is irrelevant as far as optional subject economics is concerned, because even if you are from the background of economics, then too you have to start from A as far as optional subject is there. Fine. So this is totally a myth. It does not play any important role. Okay. Next point is, as I told you, you can download this syllabus and see past year questions, and you will find the direct questions have been asked affiliated to the topic. Because see, the interaction of UPSC, or you can say in simple words, that UPSC interacts with the aspirants in two forms. One is the syllabus provided by UPSC and another is the past year paper. So if you put both of them together and you will observe that, just go through them, you will see direct questions affiliated to topics are there. Now this makes the thing very clear that for UPSC in economics optional, the scope is very limited, the pool is very limited, so questions cannot be asked beyond that pool. That's an obligation for UPSC. So UPSC is bound to ask direct questions from the syllabus or direct questions affiliated to the topic. Now this is an ace for us. Why? Because when direct questions are asked, so the total focus should be on the writing skills and not much brain mongering is required. Second point, economics optional will help you in interview, because in interview they are going to ask questions related to Indian economy or the word economy, or maybe one or two direct concepts of economics. So yeah, it helps in your interview as well. Now one more thing that students think is dangerous and should keep them away from the economics optional, and it keeps them away from the economics optional, but this is also a myth, totally a myth. What aspirants think is that in economics mathematical questions are asked or econometrics is asked, but that's not true. No mathematical calculative questions in economics optionals are asked. You can check the past year papers. Direct theoretical questions and graph based, curve based questions are asked. No hi-fi mathematical calculations or econometrics is there. So that is wrong. No such questions are asked. Okay. Now that makes it even more easy. Theoretical and graph based. So just your concept clarity is required and you can tackle the paper. Fine. If we talk about economics optional, so there are two papers as I have told you earlier. Each paper is of 250 marks. Now if paper 1 is concerned, this is related to core economics. Okay, I am just giving you a sort of introduction of both the papers, that from what topics they are mostly asked. So paper 1 is from core economics, direct principle of economics, advanced economics they call it in the syllabus of UPSC. Once you take economics optional, we will go through them and do detailed analysis of them. So 60% of your preparation time will be dedicated to this thing only. Okay, what is this? Core economics concept. Fine, theoretical in nature and graph. So just concept clarity is required. Next is paper 2. Paper 2 is based on Indian economy. Now again an ace for us. Why? Because this Indian economy is asked in prelim examination. It is asked in prelims, GS paper, essay writing is there, interview. In interview questions are asked from it, and obviously it helps you in the news reading also. So economics optional is going to help you throughout your UPSC clearing procedure. So that's why it is such a good subject to opt for as an optional, and plus it will open your horizon and you will be able to score wonderful marks. So why to waste time? Hurry up and join us and start your preparation. Okay, so thank you and hope to see you all soon, and let's start the journey.